Now, what we are agreeing on is that, just a recap on where we were, we have level A, level B, level C, and level D. And we all understand why it is we're not going to put level B and C is because we're looking for that exhaustion. Again, if you are saying that this level is valid, then the question is, if this market gets to this level of support, are you going to buy it? If you're saying no, it means that, okay, let's not consider this. We want to make focus on our levels of supply and demand. At some point, yes, this level will be valid, this level will be valid, but for now, it's not, okay? At some point, it will be valid whereby, I'll make an example right now when I was speaking of trend lines to make you understand something that's important on why it is important for you to understand this zone, major zone, why it's important for you to understand this zone, major zone, okay? These levels will be valid when you start talking about trend lines, okay? What do you mean, Sianda? It means that if I'm having this level as a resistance, this level as a support in between, and then we're saying that if we want to execute trades, we want to sell it there, we want to buy it here. And we're saying that in the middle, we're not executing because it's at no man's land, right? That's the rule that we understand and we know. However, if you're not saying anything, guys, I'm training you. However, at some point, we are going to be taking trades in the middle. If you don't understand the fact that you must take a sell here, the fact that you must take a buy here, and you're not executing or doing those things, the minute you start executing in the middle of nowhere, you're going to be so lost. I just want to put it out there. Do what we're doing and when we're doing it. Make sure that you don't fall behind. Once I start introducing trend lines or we start talking trend lines, that's when you're going to be taking trades in the middle of nowhere. Each and every time frame has its own levels of support and resistance. We're saying there, okay? This market right now, it's at our level of support, right? And then what do we want to do? Let's say we don't have this level. We don't have this level. What we want to do is we are going to buy this market. It's a long position. We're going to take a buy all the way up until we reach there, right? Here, normally we know we use it as stop loss. Let's say, let's put our stop loss there. Do you agree? Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
We will be
Yes,
taking
sir.
a buy on this trade until it gets there. Our target will be there. This is your major support. That's your major resistance. In between, so far, we are not taking trades, but we are going to be taking trades. It's very important that you do what we're doing when we're doing what we're doing. Now, this is a 1 hour time frame support. This is a 1 hour time frame resistance. If I'm changing this into a smaller time frame, what you will see is you'll start seeing significant gaps in between this level of resistance and this level of support, whereby within that smaller time frame, you'll see the necessity of having other levels in between. What I'm saying is this. I'm gonna have this. I just want to plot my level. It's a let me go to 5 minutes time frame whereby it's going to be so significantly obvious what I'm saying. In a 5 minutes time frame, you agree that from here to this rejection, this is a significant enough space. Do you agree? From here to here, it's a significant enough space to breathe. Do you agree?
Yes.
I'm gonna use a different color, maybe, but I don't like, using different colors. You guys should always use colors. Black illustrate support and resistance of 5 minutes time frame. Here's another rejection there that we can use. I just want to plot levels all the way up until we get to this point. Scrolling back, not going to scroll back because I'm looking for those rejections. And then I'm just going back to looking for those rejections. There's something that I just need to illustrate to you here. I'm looking for obvious rejections. As you can see, this level again, on a 5 minutes time frame, it's a significant support / resistance. I'm looking for other obvious places here. Don't mind me. I'm looking for obvious rejections here. Okay, it looks like I'm scrolling way too far. It's fine. I can work with just one level that I just did. As you can see, this level here, it's significant. There's enough gap between this and that. It's a 5 minutes time frame. Another level that we've seen that's significant in the 5 minutes time frame is this one. We can call our resistance level. Right? Let's move to the left. This can still fall hand in hand with this level. What perfect way it is. Cool. Now, 5 minutes time frame, this is how it looks. Based on 1 hour time frame, you're going to take this by there. Remember, what 5 minutes time frame, what we'll do. Remember, guys, we bind this thing all the way there. What the market will do, how the market moves, you understand that this market will go up, breaking this resistance. Once this market is here, I mean, this market has moved a while. It has to do a pullback. This resistance is no longer resistance, but it's support. Do you agree? You want 5 minutes?
Yes.
The market has to pull back, or we normally want the market to pull back coming to the support level. Of 5 minutes time frame. From here, again, this market gave you another resistance level. This market, we're expecting it to go all the way up. Sometimes it can reach there, or sometimes it can even here. Then the market comes back again here. Then the market eventually reaches that. So the market basically in 5 minutes time frame, these highs and lows that this market is doing on a 5 minutes time frame, they're significant enough for us to say that's a resistance level, that's a resistance level, that's a support level, that's a support level. Guys, what do we do at support? We buy. 5 minutes time frame gave us an opportunity to buy, gave us an opportunity to buy. We buy all the way up until we get to this resistance. And this resistance was based on a bigger time frame, which was a 1 hour time frame. So do you realize now, based on 1 hour time frame, we're basically buying in the middle of nowhere. But based on this smaller time frame, we are not buying in the middle of nowhere. We're buying it still at support. We're still keeping the rule. Do you guys understand this concept? Or do you see it? Another thing here that you're seeing is this is a fucking uptrend. It's an uptrend all the way, and you will see that this market, we're buying it. Well, let me use this. There. Once I start going deeper about trend lines, you'll start seeing that we're buying this market every time it bounces on the trend line. But at the same time, when it bounces at the trend line, it's also bouncing at this support level. So there's two confirmations. This market is bouncing at support. This market is also bouncing at the trend line. It's an uptrend. You're going to be buying all the way up until it gets to that resistance level. Do you now see that the same level that we had level A on that 1 hour time frame, we had level B somewhere here, we have level C somewhere there, and then level D. Do you sort of see now they are still, how do you see now they are coming into play? But now they are
the B and C.
Yes, the B and C that we had somewhere there. But based on a 1 hour time frame, you said it's major, it's minor support and resistance. That's what Usanda said. Yes. But in other time frame, they major. So it's very important, guys, that what we doing at the time you implement that, because what I'm trying to explain to you now, it's fucking complicated or complex when you don't understand what we've been doing so far, or not put what we've been doing so far into practice. This is where we're coming. We will never stop learning. the time we dig deeper into this is, changing time frames and all that shit. The time we get to this part, we'll be trading live accounts, by the way, because some things you need to be serious for you to implement them correct. And some people, they can't seem to take things seriously while still trading demo accounts. So it's one of the reasons why we'll be moving to a live account to sort of get your focus into place as well. I hope you understand that part as well.
Yeah.
Based on 1 hour time frame, we're having 1 and 2 levels. Based on 5 minutes time frame, which is what we're looking at, we're having this 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels, and 4 levels. On a 5 minutes time frame, did we change any rule of buying and selling at support? No, we're still buying at support. There, we're still buying at support. That will never change. That will always be there. I wouldn't want you guys to go and start changing time frames. Keep doing what you were doing. This is me just trying to show you where we're going, why it's important to, why it is so important that you do what we're doing correct. Support and resistance is the biggest elephant that, we need to know how to do it correct. It's our supply and demand zones. Cool. I'm not expecting you to implement this, changing time frames and whatnot. No. Now, what you need to do, again, what we had to do, or what you need to do, is still the same thing that we've been doing. When the market gets to your level of support, I would like you to get a candlestick that looks like this. I will share a 20-minute video explaining candlesticks, or a candlestick that I would like you guys to focus specifically on. I would like you to watch that video 2 to 3 times, and maybe 2 times, but the 3rd time when you're watching it, try to see what I'm explaining on that video, on the actual charts. Pick any pair and try to see what I'm explaining, and try to sort of understand or try to mimic what I'm doing there. The candlestick that we're going to be focusing on is a candlestick that looks like this. We don't care about the name of the candlestick. It's the candlestick that looks like this. Some of those candlesticks have nose. It's a candlestick that would look like this. These candlesticks will mostly be expected to be seen at a support level, because they are showing us a rejection at a support level. They need to be where they belong, and they belong at support. With that being said, the first thing that you always do when you open the charts is to plot your levels of support and resistance, your supply and demand zones. And then candlestick, it's a supporting factor based on what you've done already. So one of the things that you guys might do, trying to taking shortcuts, is you might not want to focus on doing your levels of support and resistance and just focusing on looking at these candlesticks, and that will come back and bite you in the ass. These are the candlesticks that you're expecting to see at the support level. And the resistance is the opposite of these candlesticks. It's basically a candlestick, obviously, that will be upside down. It's a candlestick that would be upside down with no nose, or maybe a candlestick that would look like this, or a candlestick that would look like this, something like that. These are the candlesticks that are mostly commonly used. Remember, you want to be part of people. When you trade, you don't want to be different, because essentially we are looking for same patterns and shit like that. Okay, so these are the candlesticks that we'll be looking at. Candlesticks are basically part of our confirmation. Remember, I said to you the other time that you're driving behind the car. There's a left turn here in front. Okay, if you remember that example about driving behind the car, Lutando, did you watch that session where I'm explaining this about a car, the robots turning red? Did you watch that session where I talk about that, Lutando?
I think I may have, yes.
You should know. You should know. Basically, again, this car that you're driving behind is indicating to the left. It doesn't mean it will turn left. It gives an indication that it will turn left. You need more confirmation for you to say that, you know what, this car, there's a higher chance that it could be turning to the left. So what we've done so far about support and resistance, we've just said, okay, the car is turning to the left, but let's get more confirmation to give, to sort of make our decision, more reliable by saying that the car indicates to the left. I can see the speed of the car slowing down. Both of these things, they are basically supporting each other, right? And I'm saying now, the car slowing down in this case is basically introducing candlesticks. We are just adding on top of supporting resistance. We are saying now that this market is at the level of resistance, okay, cool. Get another confirmation that it might be going down, okay? And I'm saying that confirmation that we need to look for now, it's a candlestick. Then once we are able to identify that confirmation, then we're going to move into the next level, or to another confirmation. Okay, so then what do we look for again? But all these things, they boil down to support and resistance. Support and resistance is the road. You need that shit. It guides you. You need it. It's your supply and demand zone. You need it. With no road, we don't have any car turning left, turning right. If you can't create the proper road structure, then it basically means everything that's going to be happening is fucked up. So if you're not able to do your levels of support and resistance, everything moving forward, you're just going to be fucked. You guys have enough time to try to implement support and resistance. You have enough content to practice support and resistance. You have had so much time to do so as well. So I don't think there should be any explanation or any excuses, to be honest. If people decide to watch the sessions or whatever a day before our session, that's your own problem, guys. Don't make that issue my issue. You make time for things to happen.
See ya.
Yes.
Sorry, man. Your resistance candlesticks number 2 from the left. Yes. That one doesn't have a nose, no?
Yes, it's basically the same as with, yes. It's basically like a cross. But the session that I'm going to give you, the clip that I'm going to give it to you, I've done it. I've done it myself. I don't want to talk about it here. I would like you to watch it more than once or twice so that you get it. And then when we're having our session on Thursday, in your screenshots that you will be sending from today, tomorrow, and Thursday afternoon, try to see those candlesticks on the charts. And if it happens that the market is at support, and then you happen to see that candlestick, execute that trade, put your stop loss, put your take profit, send that screenshot. If Selden sends a screenshot, don't just look at it. Go try to see what the guy saw, and then do your own analysis. If it fucking makes sense, take a trade as well. Do what he did. Send the screenshot as well. Even if you send, the same screenshot, the analysis will most likely be the same, guys. If someone sends something, it wouldn't make sense that Jade sent a screenshot and then you happen to see it, and then, comes Thursday, you didn't even send a thing. It's different monitoring of what other people are doing and actually doing it, because it took him time to plot those levels of support and resistance. Because you can say, oh, yes, this guy, what he has done here, it makes sense. That's what Sia said. But fucking putting that into practice is a different case. So don't just confirm what someone has done by looking at it. Just try to do it as well. And you'll realize how complicated it can be, or it will be actually doing the actual thing. So practice by doing, not by watching. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but also now I'm able to pick the people that, that are not putting the work. You might say, yeah, I'm putting the work, but if 2-3 people send the screenshots and then you still did not try to copy what they did, and then I only saw the screenshot 2 hours later, I was at work. Come on. Now what? So these are the candlesticks that basically you need to watch for. I can make an example on what we're looking at here right now and try to make you understand the importance of these candlesticks. If I can just, for example, if I'm just going to look for obvious areas whereby I'm seeing what I'm talking about. If I'm going to rewind this, there, okay? Then let's say in this case, guys, let's say this is our resistance level, okay? What I'm basically saying is that, let me just slow it down. I'm going to fast forward this. You are not going to execute the trade while this market is here. You want to wait for this market, either get to a level of resistance. When it gets to a level of resistance, wait for that kind of a candlestick that I just showed you. If you see that candlestick, then you take a trade. Why are you taking the trade? Number one, the market is at your resistance. Number two, you are getting a confirmation candlestick. This is what we would like to see in the caption of a screenshot that you're sending. Make it a bullet point. When you're sending a screenshot, just write a caption there. You're taking a sell, market at resistance. There's a confirmation candlestick. Just write it down, guys, when you're sending it. By writing it down, also it will help you. Trust me.
Can you please repeat that again, please? Here?
So when you're sending a screenshot, I'll try to see if someone has written that caption. So, okay, let me do it this way. I'm playing it. We're waiting for the market to get either to our level of support to buy it or wait for the market to get to our level of resistance to sell it, right? We all clear on that, right? Guys?
Yes.
Right. now.
Yes.
So I'm playing it. We're waiting. No one fucking knows how long it will take to get to one level to another. No one knows. No one knows. So, oh shit, I should have rewinded that shit. Okay, I would like to do it again because there were important things that happened there. Again, we all know the candlestick that we're expecting. I just want to zoom it and put it in your face. Play. We're waiting. Waiting. Sipo, would you buy? Would you sell at this point? Sipo? Okay, Sipo is not in, or he is. Sipo, would you buy? Would you sell at this point?
No, at that point, I won't do anything. I will wait for it to reach that resistant level.
Okay, anyone who would buy at this point? I mean, look at that candlestick. This is the candlestick that we're expecting. Guys, that's the candlestick. Beautiful candlestick, indeed. Can you see the candlestick? It's the same candlestick. There's a nose. Would you buy? Would you sell at this point? What would you, or you wouldn't do anything? Anyone who would sell this? Anyone who would buy this? Anyone?
No, I wouldn't do anything.
No.
No one would. I mean, this is the candlestick, right? Jade, this is the candlestick, right?
Yep,
Wouldn't you sell it?
but I wouldn't, no,
Why?
because I'll wait for it to get to my support and my resistance.
Absolutely. We don't do anything. Things needs to be aligned and step by step the way that we are unfolding them, which means that at this point, Sianda, what he unfolded first was levels of support and resistance. Therefore, let's focus on that first, and then let's see. We're not selling there. As much as that's the right candlestick, we are not selling. We are not doing anything there. Okay, it was quick to move. The market is at resistance. Simple, what do we do now?
We sell.
Lutando, what do we do now?
We sell.
Why, Lutando? Why do we sell?
Because it's reached it's end of the market where it's going.
We
So it's
can't hear
making
you.
a pullback.
We can't hear you. Why?
It's
Why do we sell?
It's reached the resistance level.
Okay. I just mentioned something about candlestick. Why do we sell?
We sell because it reached a resistant level.
Okay. We just mentioned something about candlestick. Why do we sell?
We wait for the candlestick.
We wait
confirmation.
for the confirmation candlestick.
Sipo, why do you want to sell? Lutando, why do you want to sell? Sipo, are you still selling?
I'm still selling
Why?
because when it's at the resistance, you sell, and when it's the support, you buy.
What about candlestick? We just spoke about candlestick. Why not? Well, so we're not considering that? Sipo?
Is it a long wick of the candlestick closing beneath the resistance?
I didn't say that, guys. I literally did not say that. I literally just spoke about a damn candlestick that looks like this, that looks like this, that looks like this. I just spoke about this candlestick and you guys said, no, you wouldn't sell. So why are you selling it here now? Sipo Lutando. Lutando is talking about the wick. Sipo is talking about selling because of the resistance. What about candlestick, guys? Lutando, what about that candlestick, the wick you were saying?
I was saying it was forming the candles that you get at resistance.
It was
So
forming.
just blue right now.
How do you know based on what we're looking at, buddy? Lutando, support your answer, please. I mean, we want to make money.
My main reason for selling would be because it tested the resistance again. About the candlestick, I'm not too sure yet.
Okay, I just said something about candlestick, guys. See, Lutando, what was I saying about this candlestick? Is this a right candlestick to consider?
For the sell, no.
Okay, all right. Sipo, what about those candlesticks that I just highlighted there? Do we consider them anyhow?
I won't sell in the middle of the market. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, but do we consider those candles if they were anywhere else? Sipo, would we consider those
Yes.
candles if they were anywhere else?
Yes, I would consider them if they were on a resistance zone.
So what candlestick are you considering here for you to take a sell? Because you said you would sell because it's at resistance. And now you're saying that, yes, you'd consider these candlesticks if they were at your resistance, which means that they would be supporting the fact that this market is at resistance. So now I'm not sure if I see otherwise, but I don't see any of those candlesticks. Why do you sell? Sipo? Msirana, Sipos, why are you selling?
Yes, in Mamir.
Why are you selling? Because you're saying that these candlesticks, you wouldn't consider them where they are because this market is in the middle of nowhere. I think that's what we understand. But the fact that you're selling here, it contradicts from what you just said here, because you're saying that these candlesticks, we want to see them at resistance for us to consider a selling because they would be supporting our decision. So Sipo, again, what makes you want to sell this market there?
The reason that I will sell the market there is because it's on the resistance.
Okay. What about candlestick?
I just didn't realize that the candles are not the same.
Sipo. Guys, biggest table mountain in this candle, guys. Come on. The reason why, guys, I try to sort of, play, it's not playing mind games, but I would do anything to emphasize something when it's wrong, because we are learning. So if someone, I just always pray someone says something that's not correct so that I dwell on it. To emphasize something that is wrong, we are learning. So it's a concern to me when everyone is just answering correct. It's nicer when people are getting things wrong to have those aha moments, so that even the next time, I wouldn't expect people to be taking trades when the market at resistance. I'm pretty sure by now that no one would be taking a trade at the resistance, definitely because of this 5 minutes that we just had with Lutando and Sipo, with the people that are watching. So what we can do in this case is, just hold on. Just hold on. Okay. Anyone would sell at this point?
Yes.
Lutando, why would you sell at this point?
because of the candle that just formed and the fact that it's still at resistance.
Well, how is it just formed? I mean, that candle is not done. We are talking about 1 hour time frame. What if this candle is happening this way at 5:15? This candle, you understand that the candle will take time and close after an hour, right? So what if this candle closes otherwise? Oh, Nana, you're watching with other people there. Okay. All right.
No, it's my child.
Yeah, I mean, teaching them how to trade. So, guys, a candlestick must be a candlestick that we're expecting to see until it's done. We can't say this candlestick, it is a certain candlestick because it's not done yet. Until we see another opening candle, then we can conclude that, oh shit, this is the candlestick that we're expecting to see. Anyone else who wouldn't want to say this trade here, sell? Why? Anyone who wouldn't trade this market right there? Why not?
Right, where's here?
Where it is.
Where it is now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Based on what you just said, I wouldn't trade SL as
Why?
yet
Why?
because we don't know if this candle can change into a different candle. So you need to wait for the next candle to form.
Good.
Then you can confirm.
Good. Explain it the way that you understand it, not explain it the way that I said it. Very good. And when is it gonna finish this candle?
The time frame is 1 hour. So after an hour,
Yes.
let's say if it started at 3, at 4, it will finish.
I hope everyone understands that simple explanation, very true explanation. Very simple, straightforward. That's how it is. We wait. If it's 3:15, there's no reason for you are looking at a 1 hour minute, the time frame. There's no reason, it's 3:15. There's no reason for you to come and check the charts 5 minutes later to see, how did this candle close? No, you're gonna wait until 4, at 1 minute past 4, because you're like, okay, now it's after an hour. That candlestick at my resistance level has closed. Let me go check if this candlestick closed as the candlestick that I would have expected, which the candlestick I'm expecting at the resistance, either that, it's either a candlestick with a nose. So it's very important not to be always checking the candlestick that closed. You want to go check it after. If you're looking at a 30 minutes time frame, you go check after 30 minutes. Oh, I know that my market was or is at resistance. Let me go check after 30 minutes if it gave me a candlestick that I'm expecting to see. We all understand that. We all understand that, right? Now,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see. There you fucking go. There. It moved too fast, this thing. There you go. This candlestick, it's a candlestick. I'm removing this. This market, where is this market, Sipo?
Is it a resistance?
Pindela, do you see what we're talking about? J Fitness, do you see what we're talking about? Noxy, do you see what we're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about?
Yes, sir.
Pindela, you see what we're talking about? When
Yeah, boy.
once you see that candlestick at a fucking resistance, what you will then do, the next candlestick that opens, you're gonna fucking sell it. And you're gonna put your stop loss above this candlestick. You're gonna put your stop loss above that fucking candle, not on top of it, above there. The take profit, you will put it at, where's the support level? There's a support level. You're gonna put your take profit there, which means you're saying that you're expecting this shit to fall all the way down there. Once you put your stop loss, once you put your take profit, you take a screenshot, you send it to us. And the screenshot that you will be sending to us will obviously look this way. It will have a stop loss on top. It will have a take profit inside that support level. By sending a screenshot like this, let me just move it to the left. By sending a screenshot like this, do you realize that everything is clear? This chart speaks for itself. You don't have to come to say, okay, Selden, why do you have your this, that? I mean, this, it fucking speaks for itself. Okay, and then you take a screenshot okay? When you take that screenshot, as you can see, we still have our levels of support and resistance there. They are in place. We still have our levels of support and resistance in place, as that's been the first thing to do, right? Now, what we want to do is then, let me just take this and then put it there. And then we're gonna say market at support. At resistance. Number 1. 2, candlestick that belongs at resistance. 3, sell. Is that hard to do? If you could just teach yourself that every time you, oh, fuck no, I sent on the fucking one.
Sarah, where did you write this?
Yeah. Ooh, I'm hungry. Okay. So, number 4, stop loss above candle stick. 5, TP inside support. How hard is that? That's not hard. That's definitely not hard. Basically, we're saying that we're expecting this market from here to fall, or stop loss would have been there. Obviously, there's no need for you to use these colors, but this is basically me showing you what we're expecting, or what we basically essentially expecting. Do you guys see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't
Yeah.
understand this? Any questions from anyone? Anyone who's happy about the session, or we just wasted almost 3 hours of our time?
No, definite good one.
Hmm.
Other guys?
No,
Yeah, I had a good first session as well. Eye-opening.
Yeah, guys, it won't be helpful if we just have good session and we're not implementing what we just had. So it's very important to implement. Like I said, watching what other people are doing doesn't mean you're learning anything. You're only learning if you do it yourself. You know how it is. You've been sitting next to your partner, next to you, driving a car. Then comes the day, oh, you think you know how to drive a car. Comes the day that you have to sit behind the seat, behind the steering wheel. It's different. So it's different watching someone sending their screenshot and then like, oh, you understand it. Yes, you can fucking understand, but doing it, it's a different case, guys. It's a different case. God, it's